In a statement, Cobb pointedly noted that Flynn was National Security Advisor for 25 days and slyly added that he was a former Obama administration official. Nothing about the guilty plea or the charge implicates anyone other than Mr. Flynn, he said in the statement. The conclusion of this phase of the special counsel's work demonstrates again that the special counsel is moving with all deliberate speed and clears the way for a prompt and reasonable conclusion. But the official response, Trump's own response, hasn't been tweeted yet, is simply a tougher sell this time around. The turn toward a military figure is being driven by Trump himself rather than by his advisors, the People said, and comes as the real estate mogul is telling his friends that national unrest may demand a tough and steady presence alongside him on the ticket, noted one report in the Washington Post. Flynn led a chant of "Lock her up" from the stage of the Republican National Convention, using his national security background as a cudgel against her private email server. "If I did a tenth of what she did, I would be in jail today," he said, in a quote that he has had many occasions to regret. And before his time as National Security Advisor, he served on the Trump transition team, where he admitted in the plea deal that a senior member of the transition team directed him to make contact with Russian officials in December of 2016. In his official statement, Trump's attorney also pointed out that Flynn pleaded guilty to a single count of making a false statement to the FBI, another attempt to minimize the day's events. But that's also a tough sell. It's fairly typical in complex cases like the Russia investigation for prosecutors to agree to drop more serious charges if a defendant agrees to cooperate with the investigation. And, make no mistake, Flynn faced some serious charges. In addition to the false statements he pleaded guilty to making, he faced questions about his business dealings overseas, as did his son, possible involvement in a plot to remove a Muslim cleric, which Flynn's lawyer denied, and his failure to report $530,000 for lobbying on behalf of the Turkish government, which he later addressed in a filing, among other things. Cobb's statement was also belied by Trump's own actions in the past. All of which leads to the final part of Cobb's statement today. The conclusion of this phase of the special counsel's work demonstrates again that the special counsel is moving with all deliberate speed and clears the way for a prompt and reasonable conclusion, he said. Of all the tough sells in Cobb's statement, the idea that Mueller's investigation is almost over might be the hardest pitch.